This is Duke University.
So MRSEC stands for Materials Research Science and Engineering Center. It's an NSF-sponsored center by the Division of Materials Research at NSF.
Its role is really to integrate material science and engineering into research and education efforts on the university's campus. And an inherent part of that, or part of the goal, is to have diversity as a big goal for the program and what it does.
That really is a tribute to the previous director, Gabriel Lopez, who pushed very high targets of inclusion of underrepresented groups in the proposal itself to NSF.
What that has meant is involving underrepresented groups on multiple levels within the center. So from outreach activities to the public, to K-12 schools, to the involvement of undergraduate students, to the recruitment of graduate students. Having inclusion and diversity be part of our effort, part of our mission from the very beginning.
And the targets were set as really quite ambitious, and ambitious in terms of the numbers of particularly students we would bring in of underrepresented groups. We met these goals. We had 40% females and 20% underrepresented minorities set as targets, and we nearly reached the female representation in the graduate population in the center, and we already exceeded the ones of underrepresented minorities.
The Research Triangle MRSEC is unique in that it actually encompasses 4 different universities. Duke University, obviously, but also North Carolina State, UNC Chapel Hill, and North Carolina Central. We not only have a private institution, but state institutions and a HBCU in North Carolina Central. And so we really have a diverse group of researchers from a variety of different types of institutions.
We have a program called Research Experiences for undergraduates, and a lot of the MRSECs sponsored by the NSF have this across the country. And so one of the explicit goals is to increase the numbers of people from underrepresented groups participating in that program. And so that involves a lot of recruitment on our part, trying to find people. And the same thing goes for the graduate students. So in addition to having a good match with research faculty, trying to have a positive PhD experience, providing some other type of enrichment, so professional development, and in all of that having diversity be part of what we're aiming for when we're identifying students and bringing them into the center.
So with Texas State University, San Marcos, we have a PREM grant, which is Partnership in Research and Education and Materials. And so what that NSF funded grant is it pairs a minority serving institution with a MRSEC center. And that's been a really fruitful collaboration for us.
So some of these students come for 1 year when they're maybe a sophomore. Then they come the next year, they're tutored here, they do research in our labs. And then when it comes time for them to graduate, we encourage them to also think about Duke or some of our partner universities to apply for graduate school. And we've had several success stories in that respect, that we, through individual attention to the careers of these individuals, we have groomed them all the way from undergraduate now to the graduate level. We have some students here at Duke who came through this connection, and all of them are excellent students. So the idea that diversity and excellence don't go together is really not a truth. We show otherwise, and these students we have 3 which came through this route, have all achieved an NSF graduate fellowship.
From my perspective as the education director, one of our big goals is to bring material science and engineering to the public, right? To have that be an integral part of our mission, what we do. And so one way we accomplish that is by outreach. So our graduate students participate in a number of outreach activities throughout the year, going to museums, going to schools, other types of things to share material science and engineering with the general public.
Initially, when we started doing these outreach activities, the participation was there, but people were quite hesitant. They didn't feel like they had it in them to talk to little kids and the general audiences. By now, it is probably the most popular part of being in MRSEC is to do outreach activities, and students enjoy it a lot.
One in particular we have with North Carolina Museum of Life and Science. It's called Bilingual Meet a Scientist Day. And so this is a really unique opportunity for students who are non-native English speakers to be able to meet and interact with scientists in their native language.
One thing I'm especially proud of is a Saturday Academy that we participate in. It's called the Student Engineers Network Strengthening Opportunities in Research, or SENSOR Saturday Academy. And this is actually a program that I run with Durham Public Schools with 8th graders for 13 Saturday sessions over the course of the school year. And the MRSEC has been really heavily involved in terms of having faculty and postdocs come and speak to these students, having graduate students give lab tours, come in for panels to tell the students what graduate school is like. So a lot of our effort is introducing material science and engineering to the general public, but then also creating this pipeline, which is important for addressing diversity issues in general in this field. So starting from K through 12, going to undergraduate and then to graduate school.